Welcome to another video from Creativo Solutions. You're currently watching the My Google Home Journey video series. I'm going to be posting content regarding the actual Google action that I'm busy developing that'll be an application that can be used on the actual Google Home device. Please post any comments or questions below. Tell me what you want to know and I'll make sure I reply. Consider subscribing to this channel and you'll be the first to find out when new videos are uploaded. There's more information on the website, and consider following us on Instagram and Twitter, and keep watching the YouTube channel for more support. The third-party disclaimer: the material in this video is based on information, products or services by third parties. Third-party materials comprise of the products and opinions expressed by their owners. As such, I do not assume responsibility or liability for any third-party materials or opinions. I cannot guarantee the accuracy of the information contained in the third-party material. Presentation of such third-party material is simply used as a tool for educational purposes. All trademarks appearing in this guide are the property of their respective owners. I'm going to be documenting the journey as I keep creating new intents in order for the application to run smoothly. I'm busy programming an accounting assistant that can be used and accessed through the Google Home device. So keep watching and you'll see the progress as I go. So this is the accounting assistant. I'm looking at some intents. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be creating an intent in order to identify. I'm going to use expenses. So what different expenses we could possibly get, and we'll create an intent that will help the actual user when we do ask the Google Home device what a specific account is. So let's create the intent. I'm going to call this identify expenses. What is... Okay, we're going to have to insert different entities here, so I need to save this. Let's define what an expense is, which we do have a intent for that, for the definition. In terms of the response here, we're going to state what it is, but we first need to create the entity. So let's create an entity. I think expenses will be fine. We can just call it expenses as the name, the heading, so then we can create different amounts. So let's use telephone, fuel, cost of sales, water and electricity, water, electricity, stationery, other expenses. Let's look at repairs, maintenance, consumables, packing material, rent expense or rents, rent expense, rent paid, advertising, marketing, What I should actually do is I need to keep track of all of these. Well, I'll do that on a separate page. Alright, so we've got all of these different expenses. Let's see if we can think of any more. After marketing, other accounts that we could put in: discounts allowed, discounts granted, interest paid, interest paid, interest expense, taxation, tax, insurance, postage, delivery costs or delivery, office supplies, office consumables, salaries and wages, salaries, wages, salaries and wages, interest on loan or loans, finance costs, administration, admin expenses, administration. We had repairs, I think we did. Did we? Yeah, repairs we did. Maintenance, let's think, anything else. Fuel, we had fuel. Fuel, transport maybe, well, delivery, transport, or transportation costs, Great, so that's quite a lot. Let's save that. So now we've saved all of those different accounts as part of our entity. So now that I've got that entity, I now need an intent for it. So we created an intent called identify expenses. So in the identify expenses intent, the user is going to state something like, what is telephone? Google will automatically pick that up, that the entity there is at expenses. Then I'm going to want them to recall the value that was spoken about. Accounts are classified according different accounting elements. Accounts are classified according to the different accounting elements. will be meets the definition of an expense. Let's put another one. Text response, that's fine. Identify expenses. Okay, there we go. Now we can add more. Then I can say is an expense. This account is an expense. Must follow the rules, or must follow the accounting rule. Yeah, accounting rule for an expense. Must be classified as an expense. And there we go, we've got a few different responses, so there are variations there. This is an expense, that's fine. That must be classified as expense. Must follow the accounting rule for an expense. Is an expense. Accounts are classified according to the different accounting elements. Meets the definition of an expense. Great. Save that. Now I'm going to need what is telephone. That was 1. What is fuel? What is fuel? We can use what is cost of sales. What is water and electricity? Ooh, this is not working. What is cost of sales? Enter that, fine. This one needs to go. Water and electricity, that one, copy that. Cost of sales, we had cost of sales, we don't need that one again. Cost of sales, telephone, fine. What is water and electricity? What is water and electricity? What is fuel? Come on, fuel. Enter. What is fuel? What is telephone? What is cost of sales? What is water, electricity? Let's continue. What is water? What is electricity? Electricity. What is stationery? Stationery. What is repairs? What is maintenance? Maintenance, spelled incorrectly. Maintenance. That needs to go. Maintenance, that one needs to go. We've got repairs. What is maintenance? What is repairs? What is repairs and maintenance? Repairs and maintenance. They're both expenses. Come on, whole thing. Oh, okay. Let's remove that and let's extend this. No, come on. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so what is repairs and maintenance? What is consumables? What is consumables? What is packing material? What is rent expense? What is rent paid? What is rent paid? What is advertising? What is marketing? What is discount allowed? Discount allowed. What is discount granted? What is interest paid? What is interest paid? What is interest expense? What is taxation? What is tax? What is taxation? What is postage? Delivery costs? Delivery? Office supplies? Office consumables? Salaries? Salaries and wages? Wages? Insurance? Interest on loans? Finance costs? Finance costs? Finance costs? Administration? Transportation costs? General costs, just on their own. Costs. Costs are expenses, obviously. Save that. So those are the different responses that could be said. Then we've got the action, which is the expenses, and we've got the default. So let's test that. What is fuel? fuel must be classified as expense. Fine. What is telephone? Telephone. Telephone is an expense. Great. What is salaries? Accounts are classified according to the different accounting elements. Salaries meets the definition of expense. Great. Okay, so where's salaries here? Let's do dot dot dot. Meets the definition of that. Perfect. And that's fine. Save. Great. So now what we've done is we've created an intent that's going to help us to identify expenses for this particular action. I've saved everything. Let's test our actual let's test that in the simulator. Let's go back to Google Actions. Let's go into the Accounting Assistant. Let's test it. Talk to my test app.
Okay, let's get the test version of my test app.
Hello, I am the accounting assistant. You can ask me questions about any accounting element. Can I explain what I can do?
Yes.
I am able to answer accounting questions relating to the accounting elements. I can also identify the accounting element for specific accounts. Just tell me the name of the account you want me to identify. I hope I can help you.
What is wages?
Wages must be classified as an expense.
Great. So we can see that it's working so far. So far so good. Let's try a few others. What is stationery?
Stationery is a non-current asset.
That's not correct. So that stationery isn't a non-current asset. Stationery is an expense. Stationery. Maybe the spelling here might have been incorrect. Let's go back and check what we had here. Stationery. Where's my stationery? Office supplies. Stationery. Okay, what is stationery? Stationery is there. That is seen as an expense. Let's go back to our entity and see what did we have under expenses. Did I spell stationery correct? Yes, stationery is there. Okay, so stationery, let's also enter synonym stationery. Stationery. Okay, stationery. Stationery. Obviously they would pick up the words incorrectly because you get stationery as in not moving and then stationery as the actual pens and pencils. So let's save that. Let's go back and try that again. What is stationery?
Stationery must be classified as an expense.
Perfect, and now it's working. So earlier it didn't pull through the correct response, now it is. Let's try another. We spoke about repairs and maintenance. Let's check that one. What is repairs and maintenance?
Accounts are classified according to the different accounting elements. Repairs meets the definition of an expense.
Great, so that's fine because we've got repairs and maintenance. If I just add maintenance, let's see what would happen. What is maintenance?
Maintenance is an expense.
Great, good. Perfect. So you guys can see that in terms of what I've been doing, I've tried to make this application as interactive as, let's say, artificial intelligence can go, because we're obviously trying to program this application to return the right response when the user asks a specific question. So currently we've got this particular accounting assistant identifying expenses. I did do one looking at identifying property, plant and equipment, which are assets. So let's show you what I've done there. What is a vehicle?
Vehicle is a non-current asset.
What is a non-current asset?
The classification called non-current refers to time. Assets and liabilities can be grouped under this category of account. They are considered to be long-term.
Great. So you can see the robot, I guess you could call it, is improving its intelligence by machine learning, and I'm obviously trying to give the application as much information as possible so that it can give the right response. So currently that's where I am at the moment in terms of generating this application. Hopefully this application will be very user friendly, and you can therefore use it on the Google Home device at some point in time in the future. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful. Please consider subscribing to the channel and leave any comments or questions below, and if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button and we'll keep creating more videos to help you.